In the top right corner, as the blue Zerg on Everdream, it's eGGz. And in the bottom left, as the red Zerg, it's JimRising. Ex Roberto 2, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I don't know what this tournament organizer's rules on alerts are, so I have them turned off for now. It's much appreciated. Both players going for a hatch first. We're gonna get to see some more 3-base ZVZ. Endless amounts of ZVZ here tonight. This is a round of 16 match, so one of these players, after the best of 3, will be moving on to the round of 8. eGGz on both sides. More scouting links coming out for eGGz. JimRising. It's getting a little bit cheeky. He's pumping out drones. He's not scouting out his opponent. And these links slide right past the Overlord. I mean, it's not going to be any surprise to Jim if 4 scouts show up. It's pretty common in the matchup, but Jim is going for a 3rd queen, and that tells me he's gonna wall off and go roaches. I just have this feeling in my stomach. I believe that's what's gonna happen. There's the Roach Warren. There's the Evo Chamber right at 3 minutes. And there's another Evo. eGGz has a 3rd almost halfway done. So Jim's going to commit to this roach timing. He has a few lings on the field as well, don't get me wrong, but those are mainly going to be used to tank for the roaches. $16 more Zerglings on the way. Wait a minute. Is this a scam? Is he playing trickery on his opponent? I think he might. These lings are hidden. eGGz has no idea these are here. There's no roaches gonna be made at all. JimRising floods out onto the map. The scouting ling sees JimRising's attack force. Luckily for eGGz, he has an equal amount of Zerglings. eGGz immediately starts up Baneling Nest. And I think JimRising is actually held here. eGGz has a concave. eGGz holds this easily. +1 is about halfway done for Jim. eGGz is now making more and more lings. These queens are a little bit far out onto the map. JimRising's going to hold the choke point. eGGz thinks about swinging around the other side of the ramp. It's going to check. No. He's going to morph in some Banelings. And then, I guess, try to attack the wall. But Jim does have that Roach Warren, and now he's going to make 7 roaches. Jim backs the queen out of the wall, lets his lings move forward, Banelings move in like a battering ram, force the lings back. There's still one on the field as well. Jim's being very careful not to get hit by that Baneling, but not careful enough apparently. The Baneling splashes in. There are enough Lings to clean up the roaches. GG is called. On the right side of the golden wall, as the blue Zerg, it's eGGz. And on the left, as the red Zerg, it's JimRising. eGGz took game number 1. Jim went for a wall off and then just made Ling after Ling after Ling after Ling. eGGz had Banelings though, and Ling versus Ling Bane is really, really, really hard to pull off. Even though Jim had a wall with 2 queens in it, there was just too much from eGGz, and eventually damaged the queen too much. Used the Banelings to break the Lings with like a battering ram. Took the win. Had Jim pulled his roaches to the ramp, it might have been a little bit of a stronger defense, but the way the roaches spawned, they were all spread out. Just wasn't able to get the maneuver pulled off. eGGz is mining gas first, so we have earlier speed. Way earlier Ling speed! Like, holy cow! eGGz also took the gold base as its second base, so he better have earlier speed. Oh wait, no he's not. No he's not, because the pools are going to finish at the same. So, you're going to get speed a lot closer. Eating. Go on to believe. But eGGz will have an Baneling nest. How? Oh, he's not making... Okay. Bit of a delay. This is a bigger delay from Jim, please. Jim. Jim, don't be like this. Jim, make the Ling speed. Oh no. Mr. Rising, sir, if I may call you that, you need to left click your pool and hit the M button. Or throw down a roach horn, one of the two. Not like this. Okay, eGGz is going for Carapace. He's throwing down an Evo Chamber, hit the C button, and he's going to have many really strong Zerglings as he's mining off the gold base, which means he's just going to be able to hold down the Z key with, like, 0 economic consequences. Jim has 200 gas in the bank. What is he doing? I guess he's saving up for roaches, but these roaches aren't going to be here for a little while. Is this a 10 roach rush? This might be a... No, because he's getting +1. Alright, so as the game develops, I don't think eGGz is going to be able to break this wall, but when you're going up against Carapace Ling, the reason the other Zerg is doing this is that when you get Carapace, +1 Carapace, it takes roaches 3 shots to kill a Zergling up from 2. So every Zergling is tanking an entire extra roach shot. And you can get your Zergling to tie down the roaches while your own roaches deal damage from behind. eGGz does have a superior economy for mining off this gold base as well. Does he though? No, he doesn't. But it's almost equivalent because JimRising has shot up in drone supply, but he's also had to spend a bunch of extra larvae to do so. eGGz is going to have the superior military. Here comes the March of the Roaches. Some of those Lings are out here as well to tank for him. +1 isn't quite on the field yet for Jim. spine is helping Jim's defense here a little bit, but the spine's broken. The roaches weren't plugging the hole in the wall. Lings move forward. They tank for the roaches of eggs, and the drones have begun to fall. Eggs can bile these queens if he wants to. Not right now. He's trying to bile the spine. Guess that's a valid target too, but Jim's going to hold. However, he has faced a dozen workers and damage. Eggs is streaming out more lings. Jim still has a little bit more income than Eggs as well. Still a few more drones. Eggs has a third base though. Jim's making his own to go on the attack. The ball is in Egg's court to hold on. Eggs is trying to get a surround on the roaches. He's never quite able to, but these lings are still packing quite a punch. Jim is going to be able to bully his way into the gold base though, and I just don't think that Eggs has enough to save it. He keeps streaming in lings. I think he needs to pull back the defense to his natural. Jim's still only on 2 base as well, so Eggs can find... Alright, Eggs is going to call GG, and JimRising evens up the series. The score is 1-1 here in the round of 16. And in the bottom right corner, as the blue Zerg, it's Eggs. In the top left, as the red Zerg, it's JimRising. Who could not love it? It's like that. Look at that well-rendered monkey. I thought Eggs had a good shot winning the previous game, but I don't know, man. JimRising just had superior micro. He held on to his wall, had that killer instinct to push across the map with the roaches he had and pressure Eggs into submission. Eggs, I feel like, might have tapped out a little bit early. He still had quite a few drones on the field. He had a natural base he could have pulled back to and rallied his reinforcements while Jim took out the gold base, but clearly Eggs didn't think his chances were too good, so he tapped out, took us to the ace map. Jim has gone hatch first. Eggs has gone pool first this time, and not only has he gone pool first, but he's pulled all the drones. He's trying to skirt the overlord pathing of JimRising. He most certainly won't crash into the first over... No, he will! The lings are seen by the overlord! Will the drones be? They will not. Eggs has successfully scammed the overlords of JimRising. There's enough money for 2 spines from Eggs. He has another couple of lings coming out back at home. Jim pulls the drones. Try and deal with this. He's drone stacking here while he waits for his own lings to pop, but he hasn't been able to throw down defensive spines, and he isn't mining during this entire time. Keep that in mind. Alright, now the drones are going out to fight. Jim is up 8 workers, but down 3 Zerglings. He's gonna force Eggs away, actually. However, the spines in the main will finish up and take down that hatchery. eGGz is going to take down the queen. Didn't quite get a wraparound before the queen pulled to the choke point. There we go. And eGGz is going to take out the pool. eGGz did leave 2 drones back at home to mine. He is making another couple Zerglings, but Jim is mining on a fully saturated natural base, getting up his own spine. eGGz reroutes his spines to deal with this, but Jim's just going to go back into the main. He mineral walks through the drones that are trying to wall this off. Oh no, but eGGz is able to trap Jim's lings in, pick them off with the spine crawlers. What a crazy game. eGGz mineral walks, and Jim's drones are surrounded. The spine reroutes for eGGz. The final drones go down. GG is called, and eGGz